Hello and welcome back to the GB Fantasy Football channel. In today's video, we're going to be looking at potentially my final draft ahead of the deadline. It's midnight from Saturday to Sunday UK time, so don't forget it, otherwise you will regret it. There's a lot of decisions still to be made, potential all around for those differentials to just jump above 5%, and that's where the whole team will have to be changed. It's a huge change for this fantasy game, but it brings an exciting prospect to it. If you do like today's video, please do like, comment and subscribe to the channel. Subscribing would be incredible. It push it out to all other people's sub boxes. It'd be greatly appreciated. This is the second video of the day. There's been a big effort ahead of the deadline. Let's crack on and see what the team is looking like going into the deadline. So as you can see, the team has changed a little bit since the first draft. In goal, being a prime example, we've gone for Trubin, I believe it is, from Benfica. Now my hope is that I'm not really banking on that first fixture between him and the benched goalkeeper, who we'll get to later in the video. There's a potential for a clean sheet in both games, and that would be great. But Trubin has been brought in for his second fixture. He has Auckland, and as we can tell, and as we've all been lining up our squads, that Auckland fixture will be a prime candidate. Now, the reason why I've gone for Trubin over any of the defenders is because my hope is that despite people having transfers for that second fixture, I'm hoping that not many will go for a goalkeeper transfer and his percentage will stay under that magic 5%. He's currently 3. Will he stay under 5 for next week? Who knows? But that is the reason why I picked him. He's a decent price, 5.3 million. Basically, it's all on the Auckland fixture. It's just fingers crossed for it. 3 consists of Guerrero, Mora, and Benson Biani of Dortmund. Now, going into the defence, I'm looking at those differentials under 5% if possible. There's some places where that has just not been the case, and I've had to plump for the better player rather than opting in hope of getting those 2 extra points. Guerrero, I believe, is in the lineup for Bayern Munich for the following day against Auckland. At least that's what the predicted lineups have pushed out. I did initially have Stanisic in this spot, but he rose over that 5% mark. So in that case, it didn't really benefit to have him over Guerrero at all. I wasn't gaining the points, and Guerrero is the better player, especially for the attacking stuff. Mora, wing back for Porto, heavily underpriced. It will be many people's teams going into this deadline, and I think it will be a fantastic asset. And Benson Biani, there's a lot of options. Both wing backs for Dortmund now, Ryerson and the other one, have crept up over that magic 5% mark, so they was out the equation. Then it was just down to anyone out that back 3. Sule, didn't really fancy him, so Benson Biani, he's got a bit of attacking intent. He's had a few goals and assists this season, and for that reason, he is the reason why he makes it into the midfield 4 to line up is Mora of Porto. We've then got Cole Palmer of Chelsea, Elise of Bayern Munich, and I believe his name is Arrascaeta from Flamengo. He's an updated player from the team the other day. We have dropped Julian Brandt, unfortunately. I would have loved a slice of that Dortmund attacking action going into those first 2 match days, but it just wasn't meant to be. He's currently 5.1% owned, and I think once he tipped over that threshold, he just didn't tick as many boxes for me, unfortunately. I've hoped and I've waited. Maybe if he dips at the last minute to 4.9%, he might make it back in. But it's not the case. He was going to be one of my major differentials as well. But the Flamengo attacking midfielder, the number 10, you've probably seen him in a lot of lineups. I can't say I know too much about him personally. It's taken a little bit of digging across the interwebs, across the YouTube channels. They've been greatly helpful. My Brazilian football knowledge isn't exactly top tier, I can't lie. Palmer, Chelsea 2 fixtures, plumb perfect. We know what Palmer can bring to that Chelsea team. Just got to hope he continues the form that he showed in that Conference League final. Elise nailed in pretty much everybody's team. You've just got to pray, have those fingers crossed that he starts against Auckland and gets his attacking returns. I mean, if he starts, let's face it, he's going to get them. It's nailed on. and also Mora of Porto. It looks like he plays in one of the number 10 positions behind the forward in the 3-4-2-1. Once again, as a budget enabler, it's very much the template pick, it seems, and for that reason, he's in the team. Knowledge isn't too great, but it's moulded the team into something that I quite enjoy, and I think will gain the best points. Front three consisting of Kylian Mbappe, Harry Kane, and Pavlidis of Benfica. Now, if you saw earlier video from today, you'd see that Pavlidis was the main man when it comes to differentials. Unfortunately, since that video has been put up, he's just snuck over that 5% mark. I think he's 5.1%, very similar to the other assets that I've been speaking about in this video. They've just tipped over, Julian Brandt being the other one. And it's a shame, but I believe with Auckland in that second fixture, similar to the goalkeeper from Benfica, I just need him in my team. It's saving transfers going forward, and it enables me to mould the team without taking too many hits going into game week 2. Harry Kane is taking the armband in this one. If he plays, I think he could score 3, 4, 5 goals in this game easily. He won't get the full 90 minutes by any stretch of the imagination, but this Auckland game could be the cricket score that we're all thinking it could be, and for that reason he will play. Mbappe is Kylian Mbappe. There's a fear of missing out not having him in my team. There was a big decision to be made between him and a certain Norwegian striker of who to play for the 12th man. And as you can see, Erling Haaland is my 12th man, and that is the chip I will be playing this week. Pavlidis came in for Haaland. Haaland went to the 12th man spot. It just seemed like the budget was a bit stretched across the team, and that has enabled me to get a little bit more depth into the squad. But Mbappe as a option, can you say any more? Real Madrid, we expect to score goals, and if they score goals, he's normally the man to do so. And the 4 players on the bench currently, I mean, the bench isn't the same as normal fantasy games. It enables you to transfer them in if you'd like. So the players that are on the bench currently are the players that play at the latest date in that game week. For those of you who didn't know, it's still very much new to me. I think it's come from the Champions League game, that one. I think it's a nice little change from the other fantasy games. It means that you are keeping interest throughout and making sure your team is in that tip-top condition. We've got Lloyd Kelly, we've got Denzel Dumfries, we've got Armani in goal, and we've got Mastan Tuwani, I believe it's called, the wonder kid from River Plate, who is currently on the verge of joining Real Madrid after the competition. Now, all these players, Dumfries and Lloyd Kelly, if it was a normal fantasy game, they'd be in my back 3. They are my premium asset in Dumfries and my mid-ranged asset in Lloyd Kelly. I think with Benson Bjarni, it could potentially go to a second Juventus defender if things line up that way. I think Juventus's percentage for clean sheet numbers is quite high. So I'll see going into the deadline if that's a change I can make. Dumfries absolutely nailed in pretty much everybody's team. He's 40% owned, and I think he'll be even higher than that in active teams. Mastan Tuwani, as I said, he's the wonder kid from River Plate. Not the easiest name to say by any stretch of the imagination, but it seems like he's on all set pieces. He is their talisman of the team. For 4.3 million, can you really ask for much more from a midfield asset? He would be exactly what we're looking for at any price range pretty much. We've just got to hope that him and River Plate do well. Same for Armani in goal, 4 million, cheapest goalkeeper on the game, will start, offers us a second chance at a clean sheet if our premium goalkeeper doesn't get the clean sheet. I mean, in the second fixture, I'd very much hope that Benfica get one playing Auckland, but you just never know in football, do you? And that is the starting lineup, the chips that I'm playing, and the captaincy choice for game week 1. And that concludes the second video on the channel today. It's been a very busy one, as I said in the previous video. We've got the under 5% differentials video, so go check it out. It's up on the channel. By the time this goes out, there'll probably be about an hour left of the deadline, so make sure your teams are all set and ready ahead of that first game. I'm excited to watch Lionel Messi and Inter Miami at 1 o'clock my time. I think it's going to be a decent game, and I hope it does set the pace for the rest of the tournament. We're all hoping for a bit of nice football during this mid-break. Please do subscribe to the channel, it'd be greatly appreciated. We're closing in on 50 subscribers and it's a magic number. Let's see if we can get there. The socials will be down in the description below. We've got TikTok, we've got X, we've got Instagram, active on all of them. Constantly looking for people to interact with, seeing how your teams are lining up and all that good stuff. So thank you very much for watching, and you will be seeing me in a new video on this channel very soon.